Liffley bass 2 Liffley bass 1.
Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Turn this down. All right. What's up? What's up? Let me get this set up here. There we go. All right, all right. What is going on? Yo, Craggerroll, thank you for the 32 months. Let me turn this down so it's not too loud. Appreciate that, my friend. And we also got Bujika 7. Thank you, my friend, with the 53 months. Appreciate that, dude. Little fish, 16, 18 pounds is good, even for a striped bass. I'll take that. And for all the Twitchers out there, also shout out to all the YouTube folks out there tuning in. I'm sure they'll be trickling in. But for the folks on Twitch, it's the last Friday of the month, so ! play will be leaving this open. We got our follower one first, and then our subscriber race. And 2 people are going to be winning some flies tonight. So if you're following the channel, all you got to do is ! play, hop on in. We have Gin and Southern Fly Guy, who I got to ship out, and then also one international package that I have to reship, so. But I hope everyone is doing well. I think Doc got another one. We got to send him one. Yo, Master Battle, what's up, dude? I hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate you tuning in. They are catching 28 pounds plus. Really? That's crazy. This is in Pyramid Lake, by the way. Those are Bujika fishes. All right, well, 17-18 is fine by me, I'll tell you that much. And how you doing, Master Battle? Hop on in there. All right. So, of course, we lost the great Bob Popovic recently. So I've been having I've been having a good time going out on the beaches, not catching anything, but just throwing beast flies and just admiring the beauty and the design of a beast fly. It's like such a great fly for northeast striper fishing. So we're gonna tie a beast fly tonight because I've been on a big kick on them recently, especially after Bob passed away. So Bob Popovic, but so rest in peace. Yep, rip to a legend. But it's probably the hollow tie is probably one of my favorite. What do you call it? Like what's the right word that I'm trying to think of? His contribution to the saltwater fly tying world. Of course, the surf candies, and we talked about this. These silicone flies with the pop lips as well. So, got them stuffed up today. But Pyramid Lake, Nevada, not the one in California. Yep, gotcha. But so the beast fly is a fantastic fly, and I got some 100-pound mono here in the vise that's all curly. The proper way to do this really is take a tube of some sort and place it over steam, over like boiling water, and let it steam, and it'll straighten up, and have it like a thin either metal tube or something, or like a non-melting tube. So you could always put it above the boiling water or something. But what I like to do, because this is much simpler, is just take a lighter and heat it up, essentially. So it's much easier, in my opinion. It's probably not as good. You got to be careful that you don't damage it. But a little trick is if you keep the lighter kind of farther than you think, it's actually hotter than if you go right on top of it. Like an inch above that flame is, or like half inch above that flame is where it's going to be the hottest. I don't think we're going to go super long. And I'm just going to pull on this and kind of keep it tight while it's hot. And that should straighten it out somewhat. We can always come in and hit it some more over here. Just kind of pull on it. Kind of helps if I have a pair of pliers. I don't have one on me right now, but there you go. Now we've straightened it up to where I'm happy with it. It's suitable. So by the way, I've been, what do you call it? I was playing Stalker. I got the Xbox Game Pass for $1. So I was able to play Stalker. I'm trying to beat it, but there was a bug. They finally released the patch for it, but because I got soft locked or hard locked or whatever, but not hard locked, soft locked. But it's been a lot of fun. I always enjoyed the Stalker games. We streamed the old, like the third one or something years ago, unmodded for like a session or two. It was early on in my streaming days, but I've been enjoying Stalker. It's a lot of fun. It was only about a week or two left of bunker fishing too, so we should be done with that here soon, and I can get back to streaming and making more videos and whatnot. I've been kind of slacking, but we've been working a lot. So, by the way, happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. I just had some leftover turkey and mashed potatoes and all that today. All right. So first off, we need to determine what hook, and I don't have many suitable hooks for this. I have Gamakatsu SL12 S4 odds. I wish I had some 6 odds. They'd be better, but I also don't mind tying a slightly smaller one too. Beast flies are great. I don't think you need to fish them in like the 12-inch range. I think you can fish the 8 or 9-inch ones and still be just as effective. So I'm not necessarily going to be tying a massive one tonight. We also have Owner Akai or Aki hooks. These are 8 odds. These are like almost like tarpon hooks in reality. I mean, not tarpon, tuna hooks. Or like billfish or something crazy. And then we got the SSW inline circle hooks, because I kind of want to start using circle hooks more in general and try them out. They work great for bluefish. I haven't done as much testing on straight bass, but this is kind of a good sized hook. You know what I mean? If we're going for like a medium sized bait. If we were going for like a larger one, like a probably 10 to 14 inch, something like this, or even bigger, like the Arex Bob Popovic's beast fly hooks. Those hooks I do like compared to the Clouser hooks from Arex. So let's see. I think we're going to try a circle hook, honestly, because I want to try them out more. Onorakis, oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're a great hook. I don't think we're going to, this is probably only in reality going to be about this long, somewhere around here. So it's still going to be pretty big. It's going to end up probably being about 8 or 9 inches, but it's also got a pretty big gap on it for the hollow tie as well. Yeah, I've been tying a lot of big beast flies, and the one that I've been throwing in the surf every like last week I was going a lot. I was going almost every day that I could while I was off. I haven't caught anything in weeks, so I've pretty much been completely demotivated. Maybe soon I'll try and go. Maybe I'll try some back bay. But, I mean, it was looking so good. There's bait, right? There's all this stuff, but all the fish are offshore. There's no fish inshore. There's seals everywhere, so there was some crazy weather the other day. I tried going, and I was like, no, this ain't happening. So I've been trying. I was fishing almost like 3, 4, 5 times a week for a couple hours a day, sometimes 4 to 5 hours a day, fishing different tides in the surf. And I wasn't able to catch anything, unfortunately, even though it was looking pretty good. I guess about, when was the last day I went fishing? Like Friday last week or Saturday or Thursday, something like that. I think did I work last Thursday? No, I don't think so. What was I gonna say? There was, I don't know, one of the days last week I went fishing, and there was some bait right in close, and I saw a boil, and I got so excited. It was the first sign of fish I've seen in a while. Threw my fly right in there, fished that for like half an hour right around sunset, nothing. I was like trying different flies. So it's been really tough, the fishing this year. The spring was more productive than the fall, which is crazy. So many people had amazing fishing this year. If we had my boat, we would have been set, but so anyways, hopefully the bunker provides the money from that. I really going to be dependent on that for a lot of things, so I'm not getting too crazy. Like, I'll get a new trailer and fix my trim unit. We'll see. Hopefully I can do one of them. All right, let's get some mono on here. Enough catching up. I think we're probably going to tie some feathers to start. Sevens just posted a nice hollow fly in the Discord. In fact, I could probably cut this shorter because I know I'm not going to be like really using this whole thing. So it's less monofilament I need to worry about when I'm, tying this on here. Let's also get this back in focus. The Benio carp hook. Best down I found for carp. So strong, nothing will straighten them. Interesting. Fulling mill. Okay. Hey, Southern Fly Guy, how's it going? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'll have your flies and gin going out. Probably tomorrow I'll go to the post office or throw them in the mailbox. So I've been a little busy. Luckily, we got a bunch of flies stockpiled from earlier in the year, or earlier in the season of us streaming, so for me to send out to you guys. So I don't have a lot of different bucktail, by the way. I actually have some like semi-decent white, but I've been using this I'm tying like a bajillion surf candy teasers back there for whitewater. So I'm going to use some of it, but we're going to go sparing. We're mostly going to go with colors, a lot of different colors. Specifically because I just don't have a lot of white bucktail. I'll probably have to get more no matter what to finish these, but so we are going to use a little bit of white bucktail though to finish it off at the front or something. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving all. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I had some delicious turkey and gravy and, stuffing and all that just before. I'll probably have some more later. A little bit of a kind of like a multi-berry pie. I was saving that. I didn't want to eat too much because I would just get exhausted is what would happen. So I liked the Beast Fly 7s tied earlier with the feathers on there. So let's tie some feathers off the back of this one. And we can use white. We can use different colors. Recently I've been fishing that, if you go back, probably months ago now, probably back to June or July, on the YouTube VODs, because unfortunately Twitch doesn't save, past a certain amount. So luckily with YouTube, with that, we still have our our fly tying VODs. It'll be like an archive, which is nice. But we tied like a chartreuse and yellow beast fly that was like 12 inches or something. That's the one I've been fishing. It's a beautiful fly. But part of me was like, man, I wish I had an all white one. And I tied like a white and blue one recently with tandem hooks and like shanks, but because one of my buddies uses shanks for the for the hollow ties, but I found that they're just way too heavy with all that metal and 2 hooks on there and all that. So I'm personally a fan of using the mono and sticking to the less weight on these beast flies, the better. Because I've been with these northwest winds, even with a backcast, probably 70, 80 feet with an 11 weight, with like a 300, 350 grain sink tip, with like a 12-inch beast fly on I think it was like a 6-odd or 5-odd beast fly hook from Arex. That's the one I've been fishing. And I've been casting this thing, all the way to the backing with the northwest wind, which is like perfect because I'm a lefty. So, yeah, if you keep these beast flies light, you can literally for 4 or 5 hours fish like a 12-inch fly and be completely like fine. You know what I mean? So that is one of the things that I like about the beast fly. So I prefer to keep them light personally. So I'm just going to take these and tie these on right at the back here. I don't want too many feathers. Too much of the stems, I guess, sticking out. So I'm going to trim this so we don't have too much stuff in the way of our hollow ties coming up. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used Fulling Mill, so I don't know. I've never tried their hooks before. When it comes to saltwater, there's kind of like the main ones are obviously Gamakatsu, Mustad, and then you have like TMCO, which TMCO used to be a lot more popular back in like the 90s and stuff. And then of course we do have Owner and stuff. There is Arex. I'm not super sold on a lot of their hooks. I do like the Beast ones, but some of their other hooks I'm really not a fan of. They look cool and they seem great, but I've had issues with them just bending and things like that. So you can see we're just going around and tying these all the way around. Which, by the way, I probably should mention, but Andrew's Custom Flies on Instagram, apparently he has cancer or something, and he's been, I guess there's like a GoFundMe you can check out, but also he's been tying some flies and whatnot to try and raise some money, so you can go check him out. I've shouted him out many times. He's probably one of the best beast fly tyers around. But if you're looking for like some great flies, you might be able to help support him and stuff. So you could check that out if you like. If not, just check out Andrew's custom flies no matter what. He's probably one of, like I said, probably my favorite like hollow fly, bucktail fly tie there is. Next to, of course, the great Bob Popovic. Rest in peace, so. All right. Now, we got all these feathers. We could tie some flash on here, too. But we're just going to keep it au naturel for the most part. What I am going to do is put some super glue on here. You like the Gamakatsu bonefish hooks? Or the B10s are their like their wide gap, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the Gamakatsu SL12S is probably, which is probably, in my opinion, like the best hook around. There's this one guide I tie for, and he only wants Gamakatsus, and when we're tying stuff, it's usually the SL12S. It's pretty much, in my opinion, like one of the strongest and best hooks around. For money-wise cost, I think the old C70 SDs, the Mustads, were probably the greatest hooks of all time for like the everyday fly tire, saltwater fly tire. They changed them now to a thinner hook with a slicker finish, and we've been testing them somewhat. I barely caught fish though this year, so hopefully if I have my boat next year, I can really put those things to the test. But the old ones, I mean, they went up to a 3-aught, and I had customers from saltwaterflies.com catch giant trevally up to like 40, 50 pounds on those hooks. So they're a fantastic fly hook, and they changed them now to be thinner, and they're still much cheaper than Gamakatsu, but I'm curious if they hold up as well. You know what I mean? The old ones, they used to take a beating on rocks as well. And if you're fishing up on the North Shore of Long Island, for instance, where it's all rocks, you'd be able to, the hook point would never break. It would just like kind of bend. It would almost turn into like a circle hook, so you could keep fishing. It was only on the small ones the hook points would break. So anyways, great hook. The Mustad's still a good choice, but we need to do some further testing to see if it's like, you know, if I'm as confident like I used to be. All right. Yeah, don't forget we got the marble race up for followers. And of course, if you're a sub or whatever, as long as you're following the channel, you're good to go. So we're going to get the shorter hairs out of here, by the way. You can always keep those. I'm just going to put them to the side. Probably should keep them, make a stack or something, but this is super long. I think we can actually put that off to the side. That's like too long. So how are we going to start this? We got some yellow and like some fluorescent yellow. We'll start off with fairly long bucktail, but it's not going to be crazy long, right? We're going to start off with like pretty decent size, something like this. And then we'll slowly get longer when we get towards the middle and towards the front, because we're like tapering it as we go. Because in the back, the, you know, bait fish are much thinner by the tail. So, okay. Now, at some point here, we're probably going to transition to just me using my hands. It's always a little bit harder to film, but it's much more comfortable than trying to tie on the vise. I found personally that tying these beast flies in my hands, like holding the mono in my hands and spinning the bobbin, you'll see what I'm talking about. Usually works out just better. The other thing you could do is you could like mix naturals, you can mix synthetics. You could do like a beast fly with hollow ties, and then, or in the back, instead of doing hollow ties, you could do like Sedati Slammer style-ish. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of different ways. We should probably tie a slammer one day with a mono extension. That'd probably be a lot of fun. Shout out to Mark. I'm going to pinch that, kind of get my thread nice and straight, and then we can fold it back. This will be our first tie. One of 5 million, probably. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I'm sure there's still opportunities. I'll probably, like, if I'm lucky, I could probably get another fish in the surf. But it's starting to look a little grim at the moment. There's definitely a lot of action east, but of where I am. But, all right, I think it's about time. So, to do this, let's probably get this back some. And then I might need to go autofocus here just because I'm going to be moving a lot. I'm going to probably need to tighten this up as well. I should be using some flat wax, but yeah, I'm going to need to tighten that up. Let me zoom out because we're getting radical. Okay, that's way too tight. We're going to 100% break the thread doing that. So essentially we're just building a thread dam in front. And I used to go a lot more, but after watching Andrew's flies recently, I want to keep it more folded open. So that it'll have more life in the water, And we're essentially just going to water it or get it wet and then hang dry it. So I'm going to keep it more like that. Now, one thing I am going to do, though, is take a little bit of super glue and apply it each time we move up. Yeah, are you going for big cutthroats at the in Pyramid, right? Is that what you're chasing? Or are they big lakes or something? Okay, just move forward slightly. We don't want to go too far forward, but now we can just set this down, cut some material out. Go slightly longer. We can also probably just tie it all in one shot. We'll just kind of go sparse with them, Yeah, cutthroats. We'll just take this here, and I'll kind of I only tied it with 1 or 2 wraps, so that way I can kind of spread it around nice. Then we can get some wraps on there. Kind of make sure it's spread around good. I think that's really the trick, is just tie it in one tie instead of having to do multiple ties. I personally just like going for the multicolored beast flies, where you do one color in a tie instead of having to do two-tone and stuff. That is really nice, but you can always do that when you're at the hook, and it's much easier. Now I just gotta fold this through, make a couple wraps, and then wrap in front. Kind of use my hands as a guide. I'm trying not to wrap on that material. Trying to wrap in front of it. You can also play like golf, smack stuff across your table and set up a cup. Ooh, hole in one. And then I always do a final wrap here where I can kind of get my final adjustment on the material itself, for getting that profile. And again, I'm leaving it pretty open because once we wet it down, it's going to taper to like that perfect shape. You know what I mean? Again, we're keeping it pretty sparse because we're doing a lot of ties. We're going to be mixing different colors as well. Gotcha. Hit that with a little Z-ment, some super glue, essentially. Lay this down. We'll do probably another tie of this light yellow. This time I'm going down a little bit further each time so I get a little bit longer bucktail. Again, just cut it off in one shot, so I got to make sure I get enough for a single tie, not too much. You can see here we'll go like this. Take out that excess hair. Yeah, we might need to go and try some pickerel fishing or something this year to make up for the abysmal striper fishing. Or try for some white perch down here or something, you know. Again, we'll kind of spread this around real quick. And then I'm just going for speed here. Kind of cinch that down good. Oop. Also try and make sure that I'm tied even top and bottom at the end. Don't rely just on that technique where you're swinging that bobbin, because it's not going to be perfect. Open it up. And one of my favorite fly tying tools, of course, the bobbin. Which I have a ton of fly tying videos I have to tie. Things got a little crazy. I didn't know I'd be bunker fishing this year, but I'm happy I did. Happy I am. We'll not really going much longer, probably a couple weeks, but do it while we can. But I got a lot of YouTube videos I got to do. Also, for anyone on YouTube that has been lucky enough that maybe Rev gifted you a subscription in the past, or for Rev, my one channel member, there's the Mike Ross emote. I just made one earlier today for the YouTubers, so because that was a personal request, I believe, from Rev. It has been done. Mike Ross will show up at some point. Who knows? One of these days. All right, we'll just tie some mono in front of the bucktail here. That looks pretty good. Again, I don't want too much thread in front of it. We don't want to suppress it. We want it to kind of breathe. Because again, it's going to taper like this once we wet it. Now, a nice thing you can do, which is something Andrew does, again, amazing fly tire, check them out, is put ostrich or like marabou in between the ties. So we could definitely do that too. I'm kind of just being lazy right now. We'll probably do that more so near the hook when it's a lot easier to work with this. But one thing you can do is just tie some marabou. You can palmer it as well. Only downside to that is sometimes the palmer will break and then unfurl. So I kind of personally just like stripping some very large marabou and just tying a little bit, top and bottom and on the sides, in between your ties. But we can always do that probably with the hollow ties at the hook, like I said. You can do it like that, though, if you want to go all in. Be a little extra with it. All right. Well, let's do one more tie of this kind of pretty light but fluorescent yellow. This time we're going to start getting longer now. Doesn't need to be too long, but definitely start getting a little longer. I'll taper this though, so it's not crazy. We'll go ahead and trim this. Then we'll just throw a couple of these bad boys on there. Enough to where we can still work with this and kind of spread it around. And then I'm actually just going to tie it so it's a little bit more even top and bottom. So how was everyone's Thanksgiving? I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Got to gorge yourself on whatever your family's choice of a decadent meal is, but yeah, it's always one of my favorite meals. My mom does a good job with turkey and stuffing and gravy, all of that. The other one is Christmas. She makes this like French toast bake or something that's like, oh my god, it's so good. Doctor probably wouldn't be happier eating it, but oh man. Yeah, the turkey is always something that I look forward to. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, all that. Alright. Probably have seconds later. You know we're having leftovers for the next couple days. It's usually just me, my mom, and my dad. Before, in the past, we used to have a lot of family members come, but a lot of them moved, so we always have a ton of leftovers now. Yeah, yesterday I think I had 3 servings. I was like, oh god, I kind of regret this. Over the course of hours, I've learned in the past you can't eat too much turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy at once, otherwise you go comatose. Alright. Get some thread on there. Kind of work that gap up slightly. And at some point here, we should just test and see how much further. We're going to keep going for a bit, but I don't want to make this like a crazy long fly. It's going to be a little bit smaller. I think I hear a turkey right now. I saw turkeys the other day, not too, like literally right over here. I've never seen turkeys here before in all my years. I've seen turkeys around, but not like on my block, you know. So that's been interesting. I wonder if they're roosting up in a tree somewhere over here. That's what they do at night. They go roost up in a tree from predators, hide from predators. All right. So let's see how long this thing is. I mean, that's pretty good. But if we go to that, it's not bad. So we probably have another 6, 7 ties or something like that. I'm happy with that. We can switch to a deeper yellow now. Or we also have chartreuse. I think maybe we go chartreuse for a couple ties, then we go to that deeper yellow. Then we'll throw like a blue on there and some stuff. We'll go with some whites near the end. Some white ties. I'll take some of this nice chartreuse bucktail I have. It's not super soft, but it's pretty long, so it'll do the job. Let me see, where's the best? Something like this. And again, we're keeping our ties pretty sparse. I think if you're really you're like, I'm catching the 40, 50 pounder on this and you're going on a trip the next day, I'd probably be like taking the extra time to put some marabou in between the ties just to kind of let it breathe, like get some more life in there. But at the same time, I don't even know if the fish would care. I think it's just, it looks better to us. You never know. That might make the difference. Again, we're just going to tie it all in one shot and then spread it around. Make life easier. Some loosey-gooseys there, but that's all right. And again, it's pretty straightforward, you know, it's just a matter of getting the taper right, getting the length right, making sure you're not tying too much material on there or too little. And then, of course, getting the distance between the ties to where you want them. So that's really, it's not like a very complicated fly in the aspect of all the different techniques is really just like one the whole way, but it's mastering that hollow tie and just getting the proportions and the lengths right and all that really makes the difference. So it's like technically an easy fly to learn, the hollow fly, right? It's probably one of the hardest flies to master. You know, it's like one of those things. Now we'll just wrap in front just a little bit just to make sure. Again, keep it pretty open. And then whenever you're done fishing, you wet the fly. Of course, you always wash if you're fishing in saltwater like we do, we always wash the rods off with a hose and the reels thoroughly. And then you just let it dry in the hook holder or whatever, you know, or on your reel, and let that natural shape kind of reform from the hollow fly. So I just vacuumed today, and now I just realized I mean, it was a good thing I did, but now I'm thinking I have to be extra careful because I'm probably just going to get stuff everywhere. Just bucktail everywhere. All right. Probably do like 1 or 2 ties of chartreuse. We'll probably incorporate the chartreuse again when we get onto the hook. We'll go ahead and do 1 more chartreuse tie. Did I hit this one with super glue? I don't know if I did. I'm going to do it again just in case. I don't think I did. And I do this just because sometimes the bucktail is under pressure, and what will happen is from fishing, you know, it's rough, fishing in the surf, yada, 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 or it getting wet and then dry and wet and dry, the bucktail will actually push that mono or that thread off of itself. So I always put a little super glue, and every once in a while you can do some whip finishes if you like, and it'll stop the bucktail from opening up, because it's kind of like spring loaded, if you will, right? And sometimes just over time or just wear, the bucktail will push that thread off and it'll stick almost just backwards, you know? And you're back to square one, so. Tie that in. We're going to shuffle it around a little bit. Make sure we get a couple good wraps on there just so we know that this thing isn't going to fall apart. And again, keeping it pretty sparse. We might get a little bit heavier ties when we get towards the front. I like keeping it pretty light. In the past, I used to add a lot of bucktail. Now I kind of tend to use less. An acceptable amount, not like too much to where the fly doesn't swim right, but for instance, if you're going to be fishing something like this off a boat underneath a bunker pod, it's really important to tie them sparsely, possibly even keel the hook with some lead wire, because the sinking line will sink so fast, but this fly, if you tie it on heavier end with a little bit more bucktail, it takes a while to sink compared to something like a Sadati Slammer with synthetic material. So, and like that'll make a difference because sometimes there's fish underneath the bunker pod and you can see them and stuff, and your fly just takes forever to get down there, you know? Or if you're fishing somewhere like off the coast of Block Island, off here near Montauk or something, and you're fishing in 60, 70, 80 foot of water, the fly's working against you getting it down there. That's something where like having either a sparsely tied natural material version, or that's where using these synthetic versions with some lead wire keeled on the hook makes a difference. Because it would take me so long for my fly to get down there. Meanwhile, Mark Sadati, he was using a more sparsely tied synthetic version, and his fly was getting down there much quicker than mine, so he was getting more time with his fly 80 foot down in front of the fish, you know what I mean, than I was. It takes minutes for the fly to sink down that deep when you're in current and stuff, so you have to, it's really tough. So especially in situations like that off a boat, a lot of times it's really important to not have too much material on there. We've tied some beautiful synthetic Sadati Slammers this year. Some of my favorite flies we've tied recently. That along with this and the classics, of course. Go ahead and hit this with some super glue. And again, for anyone watching here on Twitch, we got our Friday Fly giveaway. Follower marble race is open right now, !play. You can hop in there, and we're doing our sub one later. Probably take a break here in like another 10-15 minutes, stretch my legs, maybe grab another glass of water, and that's when we'll run the follower one. After we'll open the sub one, leave it open for a while. So that's some high quality H2O. Okay. I had to burp real quick. Try and be a gentleman and mute it. All right. We got some chartreuse. Let's go with some yellow on here. Some of this. Again, not the best, but decent enough. It's got some fairly large bucktail we can get off here. Get those smaller hairs out of the way. Probably about, 3 or 4 ties away maybe from finishing the mono section. I'll be sure to also, before the end of the stream, let's take a look at the Discord, see what folks have been tying, It's been a little while since we took a look at that. I've been keeping it pretty sparse. I'm going to add a little bit more bucktail now because we're getting towards the front here. I'm going to start building up the body. Still fairly sparse, but we're adding just a little bit more. Make sure that's tied evenly top and bottom. So when we fold it back, it's even. And I like to kind of spread this so that I try and make sure that bucktail is kind of evenly spread top and bottom, Then I can readjust everything here. Damn it. Okay. So this is going to be a little tricky. What I need to do is fix this, tie it back on without letting go. This is why I'm not a fan of using this mono thread. It's so light. But Hopefully I can get it through without having to do the whole tie it on there and pull it through. Hopefully I can suck it through here. Classic bobbin suck. I think we're good. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Whoo! Exclamation mark tink, but we saved it. I got that mono there. What I'm going to do here is kind of make sure all this is tied off properly. Readjust it. We saved it. Oh no! Broke again. At least it's not like it's at a point to where it's not going to completely fall apart. Yeah, I've said it before. I'm not a fan of this uni mono thread. Another exclamation mark tink. That's from just overwrapping. I should have let go of some more thread on here before. Didn't hit me in the face. That's the most important thing. I've done that a couple times. If I was using the regular thread here, like flat wax, we'd be all right. But and this isn't the Danville. This is the uni mono or whatever. Which is just a little less as strong, so still works. It's just a little less tensile strength than the Danville one or whatever. Make sure we pull all this tight here. Okay, I'm going to cut these just to get them the hell out of the way here. God, don't cut it again, huh? Okay. I forgot I did loosen it up. Holy cow, watch out. It's a wrecking ball. It's on the loose. Okay, we saved it. We saved it. Saved it multiple times on that one. That looks pretty good. I'll just maybe go a little bit more in front of it. Just wrapping in front of it there. Looks pretty good. It's always an adventure when you're tying beast flies. Might need to wear safety glasses and a hard hat around here. All right. It's looking pretty good. That's what we're working with so far. Where's our hook? See where we're at. Where do we want this? I mean, that's pretty big right there. For a little 5-odd, I say we do like one more tide. Again, we're keeping it sparse though. So this is a heavy, heavy, heavy hook. So yeah, we'll do like 1 or 2 more ties, and we'll use some of this blue, baby blue, I think. Yeah, why not? We're kind of just mixing colors up. Some nice lawn. Check this out. Our good friend and mod, Yo, It's Okay, gave me this one a while back. It's an old Saltwater Edge bucktail, if I'm not wrong. Very nice and long hair here. We'll tie this on, and then we'll tie it to the hook. Sort of fly that I want to throw off the bunker boat in June or something, you know? We'll see what happens next year with the bunker run in the spring. Lost a couple there, but that's okay. Go ahead. Let me tighten this so it doesn't go flying. Okay, it's pretty good. Make sure it's even top and bottom here. Then we could fold this back. Oh. No, my precious hollow tie tool. The other famous hollow tie tool is go to TD Bank, because I'm a TD Bank. What do you call it? I have one not too far. And just yoink some pens. Open the pen and then take the front piece. Or any pen really that you can unscrew, you know, or pop a piece off. And then it's like a perfect tool. This month alone, right? Well, I think I haven't streamed for almost a month, so yeah, something like that. All right, we're gonna have to do a lot of streaming here in December to make up for it after Bunker. Like another week or 2 of that, and then we'll be back to having a lot of time off. Might be doing some oyster stuff with AC fishing at some point, but probably won't be for a little bit, I think, or something. I don't know. All right. Just tie this off in front here. We're looking pretty good. It's very dangerous with my camera right here, but I think we're okay. Ugh, okay. At least we broke it at that point. Like I said, this thread isn't the best for something like this. Especially because I like having my bobbin really tight, but kind of pushing this thread to the extreme with this fly. It's pretty easy to spool up, though. All right, I think we're going to attach this anyway. Let's go ahead and get our hook on here. Now is probably a good point to do our marble race, though. Let's get this tied on here at least. Left ourselves a good amount of room here. Have that stick off somewhere around there. so we're not impeding the profile of the fly at all or hampering it. And then I'm just going to tie this almost all the way so it's nice and secure. I don't want this thing falling off, you know what I mean? Broke it again. This might be a good time actually to switch to like a regular thread, honestly. I think I'm going to do that. It'll be a little easier. We'll save that for those sand eel teasers I'm working on. Here we go. Got some chartreuse flat wax nylon. That'll work. We got chartreuse in there. It should work. I think if you do it alone, it'll work. Oh, then again, I had this really tight because we were spinning it. I forgot. But you'll see this flat wax nylon has no problem tying at that tensile strength or that power. The power. Okay. That's kind of what we're working with right here. We'll probably continue with the blue, and then we'll add some white on there with some pinks and stuff. We also probably want to add some like ostrich curl on the inside. So let me take a look. Don't have a ton of colors though. So we'll use some chartreuse. We'll use some chartreuse on there. I think in between each tie from now on, we're going to be tying ostrich curl in between. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any white. I'm going to need to get some white because that's really the color that, with that white bucktail at the end, that looks nice, but... I got pink and I got yellow, but unfortunately no white. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the marble race. What do we got going on? All right. It's a horrible sawing sound. What's that? Although I've been using almost exclusively Vivas GPS. Yeah. So there's no tink. Is the sound good? Are we good? Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Exclamation mark play if you're watching on Twitch. Oh, we got sevens in there too. Okay. We got Southern Fly Guy, sevens, Master Battle, Bujika, Crag Roll. This is the follower giveaway. There you go, sevens. What's up? Audio's good? Okay. Yeah, by the way, beautiful beast fly. We'll take a look before the end of the stream. Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Hey, Jim, what's going on? I think you should have gotten your flies from the September one, if I'm not wrong. I shipped all that stuff out. What was it, in September at some point? But we have Southern Fly Guy and Jin waiting for some flies from last month, so I'm shipping those out tomorrow. And then probably whoever wins. But yeah, we'll take a look at the Discord later, show off everybody's tying and fishing photos, because it's been a while. Nice, Jim. I heard Jersey had some good fishing. I also heard that it was crazy. There was like 1 million people there. Unfortunately, we haven't caught anything in weeks and weeks. I've been actually doing a lot of fly fishing in the surf in my time off, but which unfortunately I can't stream because A, it's so rough half the time my phone would get destroyed, but also B, the dunes block the cell phone towers. But there's been no fish anyway, so. But we've been trying. Yeah, insane blitzes. Man, we used to get blitzes like that on the beach by me when I was a kid. But I haven't seen something like that in years, literally. So it's pretty nuts. It's all way too far off. It's like miles. It's like a mile off the beach, half a mile off the beach. I could see the birds. I could see the fish blowing up. You know, quarter mile to a mile off the beach, you could see it happening. But we used to have that stuff at the in the wash at my feet, you know, but it just doesn't happen anymore. I don't know why. Hopefully one day it continues. We get that again. But I know I heard Jersey it's been growing nuts. So that's awesome. Yeah, things change. It could be the structure. The east side of the jetty, or the east side of, you know, the inlet where I am. I'm on the west. The east side always just has had better fishing. It's more like a fish trap in the sense of how it's the shape of it. So I think when they hit the jetties too, they just go offshore sometimes. So I don't know. It's rough. Perfect structure, bait. But there's been a lot of seals and stuff too. But I see the fish. They're just offshore. So it's one reason to get my boat fixed. So hopefully that bunker money comes through, you know. But all right. We got Jim in there. I'll leave this open for another 30 seconds while I get some marble music. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to go grab a drink. And then I'll start up before I step away, I'll start up the subscriber race. And what do you call it? Then we'll do that at the end of the stream. So we're, what do you call it? We're going to be finishing this beast fly, which will take not too long, but a little bit longer. And then we'll like check over the Discord and all that. So let me get some marble music here because we're still paying for Epidemic Sound. So we're going to use it, even though I barely use it. Let me see here. All right, hop on in then. Hop on in there. It's a nice, close, intimate race. Let's start it up. Good luck. Oops. We got Sevens, Jim, Master of Battle, Bajika, Craggerol, Southern Fly Guy. First marble to land in the pit's going to be winning some flies. Starting off, we got Sevens, Jim, making their way. That marble right there, I think, is a ghost marble, or like a record holder on this map. Which I think we have Jim as our previous record holder on this map, by the way. 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Let's see if he can beat it. Going down the funnel here. Let's follow him. Oh, we're in the northwest of northeast of Canada, it looks like. It's actually pretty nice. I like this. It's kind of random, but Fly Guy, Craggerol in the lead, hitting the paddles here. Can anyone get through? Jim ducking and diving. Bujika, though, finding his way. Master Battle biding his time and finding his way into the front of the pack, right? Oh, no. Sevens now in the lead. Say, nah. I've been tying beast flies. I know how it goes. Big money. Well, you know, intimate and not in that, not in a that way. You know what I mean? Like a small group of friends getting together to play Parcheesi. You know. Seven still in the lead, looking good. Can he get past the paddle section? Oh, like a pro, but then gets smacked around. He gets sent back. This could be the difference. The paddle has made and broken people's spirits and hopes and dreams before. But Seven says, nah, I've learned the trick. He uses the momentum. Now Tim and Craggerol neck and neck coming up to the bend here. They're going down the slalom section, doing about 375 miles an hour. It's all about who's going to take the apex angles better. Seven almost going off the track there, off the middle. Going left here, Craggerol neck and neck. They're going to have to get through the cheese grater. Master of Battle as well. Don't forget this map. Oh, no! This is one of those maps where the thing moves. And Craggerol gets it. Sevens was in the lead. Went through the pasta strainer, but this is one of those crazy things where it moves. I'm sorry, Sevens. That was so close. I felt like you got robbed, but that is the way of the marble. Give it up. Round of applause for Craggerol. Congratulations, Craggerol. I feel like you got robbed on that one, Sevens, but, you know, it's the way of the marble. I have no idea how I didn't die on this map. I don't know. It's a good question. But you made it, so you'll be getting a couple of flies in the mail. No, I don't count. I'm just there to potentially, like, knock someone off the track, like Jin or Doc or somebody, you know? Alright, we're picking another random map. Now, this is for subscribers, so... Sevens, you can get in... How about this, Sevens? Just because of what happened, I'll give you my marble, alright? If my marble lands in this one, you'll, even though you're not a sub, I'll give it to you. Just because of your comment, what you said. I almost won last time. You spelt one wrong, but that's okay. But I got pegged. The only reason I'm giving you that is because that comment right there. So your marble counts as mine, alright? Or my marble counts as yours. Rigged. That was a good comment. That made me laugh. It happens. People get pegged a lot on this stream in the marble races. It could be the difference between survival and death. So don't type exclamation mark play, Sevens. We'll use my marble as yours, right? If you win, you get it. Remember a few months back, I had back-to-back months of almost had the hat trick. Yeah, there's times. Like I said, I don't know who has the biggest win streak. But, alright, so we're going to leave this open for a while. I'm only doing that just because of that comment. That was hilarious. I've been saying, you know, I've been screaming people have been getting pegged during marble races for years, so that was just funny. It made me laugh. Okay. We are gonna cut the marble music here, Jerry. We'll be playing that here probably in another short while. So we are gonna be streaming for a little bit longer. We're just gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna grab refill my glass of water and just use the restroom real quick. Take a stretch. We'll play our Albie highlight, and we'll finish up this beast fly. We got ostrich curl to be tying in there, more bucktail ties, maybe some peacock curl. We'll see, and then what we'll do is we'll wrap it up with our last. We'll take a look at Discord, look at some of the stuff, and at the end of the stream, we'll do our subscriber race. All right. Okay. So, don't go nowhere. Appreciate everybody tuning in, whether on Twitch or on YouTube as well. Don't forget we got our new for Rev, our new YouTube emote as well. Alfred, how's it going? Heading to Costa Rica tomorrow till the end of April. Oh, okay, very cool. I'm sorry if I missed that. I don't know if you're still here, but what are you doing down in Costa Rica? You doing roosters or something? Well, that was a little while ago. Sorry about that. Yeah, we just had we have people heading down to do go to Baja, I think, for roosters. There's roosters in Costa Rica, right? If I'm not wrong, or maybe not. But I have hopefully some pretty big orders for some rooster fish flies coming up at some point, because there's like a big trip with people going, and they're seeing like which people need flies. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna take a quick little break, play the Albie highlight. I'm gonna go take a what do you call it? Go grab a glass of water and take a bathroom break. So now's a good time to stretch, chat. All right, if you've been sitting around for a while, so just get up and stretch around for a minute. We'll be back here in just a moment. dude. Yeah, dude. Stay tight, alright? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aiden. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
I'm gonna try and get on the bow.
Yeah, get on the bow. Alright, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Oh, let's go!
Come here, hold next to your alley. Good job.
That's sick.
Alright. Nice.
Let's go! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee.
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little tuny, bro. On the alligator too. Take a photo like that. Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god. Yep. All right, we're back. Yo, AR Fly Fisher, what's up, man? Long time no see. How you doing? Hat trick of being pegged into losing 3 times in a row. That's the real trick. All right. So we're tying a funky beast fly here. Let's continue. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Got to chow down. I'm probably going to have some more leftovers after the stream. So now we could tie our hollows kind of normally, top and bottom, because we won't be able to really spread it around too easily. So just move this up a little bit. Big fly. Yep. Yeah, I've been fishing a lot of beast flies, having a lot of fun fishing these in the surf, so I wanted to tie some. And Sevens posted one in the Discord. It looked really nice. Speaking of which, we'll take a look at the Discord here soon, see what people have been tying. It's been a little while. How you been, AR? You did miss the first one. You did. Craggerall took it. But you're in there for the sub one, so... We'll go ahead and tie our bucktail on here. You did miss the first one, but you got the second one. All right. Same sort of deal here. Fold this back. How you been, though? I hope everything's been well, AR. Go ahead and wrap our thread in front, but not too much tension here. Something like that. We do want it to be pretty open. That looks pretty good. All right, now we could take a little bit of ostrich row. We don't want it to be too long. We still want some length to it. We're just going to tie this kind of 360 degrees around the fly. Just go one at a time. We'll take our time. Why not? I'm going a little bit longer on this one. I kind of risk the ostrich row fouling sometimes, but I'll probably go shorter on the next ones. Stuff's pretty long. It's kind of a shame to trim it down. And we're tying to where we're like right in front of the bucktail. Again, we don't want to tie on top of it. We want this ostrich to kind of just sit in front of the hollow ties. So you can kind of loosely tie them in, and then what you can do is you can wrap them forward evenly symmetrical, you know. Kind of pick. Let me get some of the shorter ones for the bottom, if I can. They're all pretty long. Excuse me. You can see we're just kind of going around 360 degrees. I don't know how many we're tying. You just go by kind of feel. Just feel like I got a nice little coverage around it. And there is a particular bend to ostrich row you kind of want to work with, where it curves inwards. Now we could hit it with a little super glue. Make sure this is opened up. Looking pretty good. All we're going to do is keep tying here. Let me move this back because I like having the vise where it's comfortable for me. And again, ideally, I'd probably do mostly white and then do some colors at the front, but I'm running low on white bucktail, so we're kind of just mixing it up. So we're kind of going from like white feathers from like fluorescent yellow chartreuse to deeper yellow to like a lighter blue to a white, maybe with some pink. Because the fish don't really care as long as we're kind of keeping it either lighter or darker or then darker then lighter, lighter then darker, whatever, yada, yada, yada. If you know anything about like Kenny Abrams and Striper Moon, that you can kind of get wild with the colors a lot of times. We are adding a little bit more bucktail on these ties. I'm still keeping it sparse, but we're adding a little bit more bucktail near the front so we get a nice profile for that water to push over and kick up this other material. Pulled off a little bucktail. I'm going to retie this on. Probably go on the bottom here. Main thing is keeping those ties even top and bottom, right? So you got to be careful with your wraps. If you do end up catching one side and going a little bit more forward or back, then you got to go back over it and readjust. So that way when you fold the bucktail back, it's going to be nice and even. It's easier to choose a fly too when you have all the colors for it, yeah. Yeah, if I had all the white bucktail and ostrich, it'd be nice, but a lot of times I'm tying these for myself. I just kind of go wild with the colors. It's whatever soft enough and long enough bucktail I have to be able to tie these things is what I just use, honestly. Just kind of wrap this even top and bottom. Fold this back. And again, we're going to be doing ostrich roll on each tie, so. Be careful not to catch any of those tag ends of the bucktail as well. You want to make sure that you weave everything through so you get a nice clean tie. I'll probably get about 2 more ties of bucktail here, probably, it looks like. Might be able to fit 3, but I'm keeping it pretty sparse. We'll see. We might be able to get 3 more. We'll see. Make the ostrich a little bit shorter here, I think. Just go around, tie some more ostrich on there. I'm just going to do a couple wraps so I don't overdo it and end up with too much thread on there. Need to cut off a couple more pieces as well, it looks like. This is really just to accentuate the fly, you know, and just add a little bit more to it. I'll cut off a couple more pieces. You can see the size of this, by the way. This is from a fashion shop up in Manhattan my buddy got. This is the longest ostrich roll I've ever seen. Some of it was like 14 inches long, like crazy. Used for like hats for Fashion Week and stuff like that, you know, for the runway or something. I think they were like $20 a pop, 15 a pop, and I've had them for like years. So I've been, you know, I use them sparingly though. I don't use it for commercial tying a lot of times. The white one and the black one went first, and now I have a purple, pink, and chartreuse left. But if I was dedicated, I'd find the place in the city and go. But this is my buddy who lived in the city. I'm not a big fan of going to the city, so I'm just gonna make it last. Enjoy it while I have it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we could probably get 2 more ties. I just got to be careful with it. Didn't put any flash, by the way, either. We could add some angel hair maybe on the next tie. A lot of times I don't put a lot of flash. Really, the fly does the work here, you know? But we'll throw a little bit in there. I just kind of forgot. You can tie some in on the tail, right? Or near when you tie the mono in, but we'll add a little bit of, we can actually do it right now. We'll take some angel hair. I've got some of this angel hair here. Break it up so it's not super long, so it doesn't foul. Angel hair is my favorite flash for mixing in between the hollow ties. It's very minimal. It's pretty durable. You'd be surprised too. As long as you're not beating up the fly too hard, even if you catch fish, they kind of lasts a while. I'm actually surprised. Like the one fly I'm using right now has angel hair. It's been good for a bit. Surviving the surf, so that says something. And I should have a brush over here somewhere. It's like a mound of bucktails over there. You can't even see anything. Just kind of brush it out just so it's not too clumped up, the angel hair. Okay, we're probably only gonna I think we could fit one more tie. Let's see. I'm gonna go pretty sparse. I have a lot of thread built up, so it's a little bit of a struggle, but let's see. I think I can do a nice sparse one, and then we'll do a little bit heavier for the last one. We got to make sure we leave enough room for the last tie, right? So now we can go ahead and fold this back. Alright, should have enough room for one more tie. We can go with a white one. Kind of build up some thread in front, but try not to get too much on here so we leave some room. A little tricky here because of the way it is, but that looks good. I think I am going to tie some ostrich. I'm going to keep the ties pretty sparse. I'm kind of running out of room here now. You can run out of room real quick. Now this is wild. Check this out. An ostrich herl with 3 pieces on it. It's a single piece of ostrich herl, but it splits off onto 3 pieces. I don't know if this is a mutation. You see that? It's a single piece, and it splits off into 3 ends. And they're not like split ends. It's like perfect ends. That's really strange. Squimpish in a beast is good. I don't like using squimpish for the whole beast fly. I like using it for certain parts. You know what I mean? But you can certainly tie one with squimpish hair. I'm going to keep this ostrich herl on the top. Yeah, if I tie like a beast fly with squimpish, I'll use it for like the last couple ties sometimes for like really long hair or like something like that. But you could tie the whole thing with it. You just want to keep it sparse. Okay, now we'll go with some white. It's not very long, but it's pretty soft, so I think I should have enough room here for this last tie. I like squimpish for more like slammer style flies, you know what I mean? And regular hollows. I think if you're doing beasts, I would probably go with like mostly bucktail for it and then do squimpish for the later part. Great for the head. Yeah, if you do a dubbing loop, there you go, to get like a cone head or something, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I think I would use it for the last couple ties on a beast fly. If you do end up doing like 20 ties of squimpish hair, it probably does get a little heavy. Just from the nature of the material. So I'd keep it sparse if you were, right? I kind of barely left myself some room, but I think I should be able to do this. Just enough room to to finish it off. That works. You just got to be precise with the ties. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any ostrich curl that's nice and long for something like this. I mean, peacock curl. Let me take a look. Unfortunately, I think I used all the peacock curl for some sand eel stuff. Everything I have is like really, really short. Otherwise, I would love to put some nice long peacock curl on here and then just to kind of finish it off. Theoretically, I guess we could throw some like ostrich curl on it. It's not as pretty, but I like my flies to be pretty. Clean up here, everything's falling all over the place. What is this? Oh, maybe tie some like feathers off the top, perhaps. Let's do something like that. Let's tie some skinny hackle off the top. Grizzly or something. What about that olive? Where's that olive grizzly? I should have that patch, I think. God, where is it is the question. That one might be long gone. I do have a regular grizzly patch right in front of me, so we could just use that. I'm just going to look real quick. Could have swore I had a grizzly olive patch. There probably is. I just have so many hackles right here that it's like so hard to even go through it in this big container. Alright, we'll use regular grizzly, I guess. It's probably in here somewhere, honestly. I would not be surprised. But I would also not be surprised if we used it all, because we go through a lot of hackle around here. Just double checking. Aha! Was hidden in there. Or one of them like that. Let's take a look and see what's suitable. All right. So we can go with something like kind of skinny is what I'm thinking. I did use a lot of the skinny feathers, but even something like this. Let's kind of finish it off. Tie a couple of these bad boys up on top. Again, I don't have a lot of room, so. Let's tie one on either side. Why not? Lurking. All right, AR. I'll let you know if you win, brother. We got the marble race. We'll probably be doing that here in a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of, I think it's short enough to where it's not going to foul either. Cool. We'll try it out. I'll see how it is. I'll probably do some more fishing here in the surf before the end of the season, so this seems like a potential likely suspect to be chucked in a trough at high tide. One good thing is something like this in the surf, it does have a little bit more buoyancy, so you are less likely to be dragging this thing on the bottom, because the biggest, your arch nemesis fishing in the surf is dulling out hook points, because you're just going to be getting dragged through the sand. The fly's too heavy. And I fish with a full sink tip, so if this thing's not hitting the bottom, because, you know, I strip it, right? I'm not letting it sit there for 30 seconds. It definitely will hit the bottom then, but even then, once you start pulling on the line, it kind of lifts off the bottom. Not going to put any eyes. I don't worry about eyes on beast flies. You can. If you have jungle cock, you want to go for it, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm a broke boy, and I don't like putting tab eyes on there, so. Yeah, I like that. With that hackle like that. Let's see what we're looking at here. Let me get a little twist of this feather, and I'll kind of have it sitting a little better. Check that out. Essentially, all we got to do is wet it, which later what I'll do is I'll wet it and I'll put a photo in the Discord after it's dried. If I don't like those feathers, I can always just yoink them off, right? But I think that's kind of cool. I think it would be better if maybe we tied these in like the second to last tie. But you know what? I've never tied it like that on top, so. Essentially, you kind of wet this and you just let it dry. You let it hang overnight like this. You kind of pull one of these on it. So you kind of wet it, and it'll hang, and it'll naturally kind of just get this shape to it. This kind of perfect, let me see if I could show you. This kind of perfect bunker shape, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think normally what you do, I've seen Andrew do it and different people, probably Bob as well. You take these and you tie, you could tie lawn feathers too, but you do it on top specifically, and you do it on one of the inner ties. I wanted to try some shorter ones on top and just kind of see what it looked like instead of peacock curl. So I kind of like that though, how it comes out. So, oh, it'll swim, that's for sure. And it's sparse enough on this 5-odd circle hook that it'll, it'll track properly because there's not too much material. You can see that ostrich roll mixed in there. throughout the whole fly, so you just get all that little dangly bits the whole time. And just a little bit of angel hair on that one tie. And look at that little bit of angel hair, just adds enough flash for the body, right? First cast flies, U.S. out of Albany, but flies out of Albany, but they had some great pike follows on beast flies. Gotcha. Very cool. I saw there's been some big pike being caught this time of year on the fly and stuff. We don't get pike, unfortunately, but that would be fun. We have pickerel, so we might go chase some pickerel, but we don't throw beast flies for them. I guess you could probably tie one that's probably about, if you just took these feathers off and it was around kind of that size, that'd be an acceptable fly for giant pickerel. But that's more of like, I think like a springtime thing. But anyways, fun fly. I'll probably be fishing this in the surf. Good thing is you just wash them when you're done, so the hooks last, and you can fish them for years. It helps if you store them, so when you're not using them, you could take it and slip it into one of the large sleeves. Something like, a fly sleeve like this size, instead of sticking it in a fly box. And what that'll do is that'll keep the shape nice. Because if you stick it in with like a hook holder, like this is one thing because this hook's very tall, but if you stuck it in a normal fly box, it'll like depress the bottom of the fly. So you can always then just like wet it and dry it again and stuff. But yeah, it came out pretty good. Kind of a funky coloration, but I like it. We'll see what the fish think. Not that there's been many of those around recently, but fun fly to tie as usual. I thought about getting some Clouser grade tails and tying mini ones like 5 inches. Yeah, little mini beast flies are great. I think little mini beast flies, probably around the 5 to 6 inch range, are some of my favorite flies, and we got to tie more of them. Not tonight. I'm not going to stream too late, but maybe the next time we tie, we'll tie 2 mini beast flies, where you do like 3 or 4 ties with some feathers off the back with mono, and you tie that on a hook, like a size 4 rod. You know what I mean? Something like that, like those Gamakatsu hooks. All right, let's take a look at the Discord. I think it's been a little while. Let's take a look. All right, so I don't remember if we checked out all these, but Gabe caught a bunch of fish. Beautiful brown trout. Shout out. Looks great. I think we looked at those, though. I can't remember. Oh, maybe not, though. Because it might have been a little while since I streamed. Let's take a look, though. So I've been doing... So this last fish I caught was on the 30th, the day before Halloween, essentially. You could see, like, 30-inch bass. That was the last fish we caught. Beautiful looking trough, by the way. Sandbar, see the waves? Those are all sandbars. And about 100 to 40 feet here in front is all deep water, and the bass are right in here. And there's a second bar out there. More fish on that second bar. Banana with a bunch of trout. Beautiful looking trout. Is that a tiger trout or something? Oh, wow. That's awesome. Fly fishing in the paddle. Float paddle or something. Look at that. That's so cool. Love to see it. Not catching any fish as usual. So you can hear here you can see the like 10, 12-inch beast fly we've been fishing. Chartreuse one we tied a while back. Fishing that in the surf. This was the one day out of the whole fall where there was no waves. Northwest wind. It was the only day of the whole year where there wasn't any waves. It's almost always waves. Bamboozled. Nice pickerel, looks like, potentially. Or a pike. Or a muskie, maybe like is that a tiger? I can't even tell. It almost looks like a muskie or something. You can see more. Look at this right here. Another bar. It was like a couple inches of sand right here. Drops off to like a funnel where it gets deep right here, and it was ripping, and there were birds eating sand eels out of the bar right here. And it comes around, and this is all shallow. The waves come over this, push the sand eels into the trough, and the trough gets sucked out. Not a single fish. Unbelievable. Check this out. Look at the current through here. I was literally with a 12-inch beast fly fishing like I'm sea trout fishing. My fly was about 100 feet out by those waves all the way over here. My fly's sitting in about like 7 foot of water right there, just chilling in the current. The current was so strong, if you fell in here, you'd probably drowned. It's crazy. It's so deep too. Like you can see, it's right here. It's super, super deep. Not a single fish. I don't know what's going on. James with a nice bass, first bass. Very nice. More beautiful trough action, no fish. All right, fly time. Let's go back to, here we go. Doc with a lizard. Yeah, we were doing peacock bass flies. Check that out. Looks awesome. Hope Doc's doing well. I'm sure he is. Hopefully we'll see him soon. Craggerel, rainbow trout, squimpish hollow. I like it. I like it. Looks awesome. Beautiful colors. Banana as well with some nice nymphs. I like that one a lot. Little beetle bugs and all that. Another nice fly from Craggerel. That looks awesome. I know he's stoked about that one. Little flatwing. Looks sick. I like it. Here's a tandem hooked beast fly I tied with articulated shanks. Much easier to tie. Terrible to cast. If you're fishing from a boat with a heavy sink line, that's one thing. Circle hook in the back, by the way. Circle hook tandem with shanks. The shank is attached via mono, looped around the hook eye, and tied the entire shank, hook shank, so it doesn't pull off is the idea. 100-pound mono looped. Beautiful looking, what is this, like a sex dungeon or something? Very nice. This is so I remember we had those crazy howitzers or those crazy popperheads. We tied, I think we tied on stream a while back, earlier in the fall, one giant popper. Well, I took this one, made it into a slider. This is a big 4-odd or 5-odd Arex beast hook, I think. And what I did is tied really long hackle, hollow tied bucktail, and then hollow tied squimpish hair, and then slipped that head on there and made a slider. So you could check this out. See fishing the surf. Fishing this with a sinking line and like a 7-foot leader. I let it sink all the way to the bottom, and this fly is about a foot or two off the surface. I mean, off the bottom, while my sinking line's on the bottom. So this fly is getting down deep. Fishing the troughs, no fish though. I mean, it's essentially like fishing like a bomber or something, right? With a sinking line. So unfortunately, I didn't get to catch anything on it, but we'll see. Another nice fly here. I forgot what this one's called. I remember you asked me to tie this one day, Craggerel. It sits like sideways, or because the way that it's trimmed. GSP, and then here we go. 7. Beautiful looking beast fly. I would say this is like on par, if not better than the chartreuse one that I tied. You know what I mean? I'd say it's just as good, if not better. So this looks really good. I still struggle at times with the beast flies to get them perfect, so this looks really great. The Swimmin' Jimmy. Yeah, that's what it's called, the Swimmin' Jimmy. And then unfortunately, we have tragedy. We have a partridge hook breaking in Craggerel's vise. And it's not like breaking because like my Regal, if it's not sitting in the grooves, there's so much pressure on it that it snaps. So I'm surprised that broke like that. It was just from the way that the pressure was sitting on the hook and like a traditional where you screw it. So I'm surprised that happened, Craggerel, but you know, it is what it is. Apparently there's a second hook, it's tandem, so at least you can fish it. I wonder, do you just cut this? Do you trim it? Like, near the back so it's just flush, it's like a shank? Because otherwise this might help stabilize it, but this also might help you get snagged and stuff, right? So do you just trim it near the back? I think that's kind of what you do. I don't know. I was thinking about that. And then best of the trip, Very nice. I like that right there. We got bendbacks. I like the bendbacks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love bendbacks. What's this pink fly right here? That looks sick. I like that. So out of all these, which that half and half looks great. The flat wings, that looks really cool. That's a good looking fly. I'm thinking like my perspective. The hollow fly looks amazing. This too. All of them look good. This is my favorite right here. This reminds me of like a 90s, it looks like a 90s, like peanut bunker fly from a striped bass book. A saltwater TNA, is that what this is? This right here? Which is the pink fly? I like that. Post that in the separate in the Discord with the materials for me if you don't mind. I want to tie one of those. I like it. Yeah, the pink fluffy one, a TNA. Okay. Very cool. Give me a separate photo of this and just tell me what the materials are if there's anything fancy. From what it looks like we got hackle, maybe some bucktail. Then we got marabou quills tied in, right? If not, cut marabou tied in or palmered. I'm not certain, but it's two-tone. I see flash. I can't tell if there's a dumbbell eye. Possibly, probably not from the looks of it. Just 3D. And then it looks like craft fur or like calf hair or something at the front. But that looks good. I like that. I want to tie that for my box. So get me a separate photo for that one. Close up. And if there's any weird like things you got to do. Because I'm pretty good. I don't a lot of times like need to look up like how to tie flies. I just need like a photo, like a good photo, and I can pretty much recreate it. You know what I mean? Even if I kind of do things different, I could even put my own twists on a lot of times. But I like that. Very good. Very good. All right. That's the fly tying and fly fishing. Let's take a look at the marble race. Not a super long stream, but we got a couple hours in there. Tied a nice beast fly, and got to chuck up on the Discord, chit chat with you folks. Very nice. Looks like the flies I see Gunner tie. Oh, there's a good compliment, Craigerroll. Gunner's an amazing fly tyer. All right. Poop poop. Let's see. So this is the subscriber race for all the Twitch subs. Anyone either with the Twitch Prime or a paid Twitch sub. So first sub in the pit's going to win some flies. We only got a couple in here. We got Master of Battle, Craigerroll, Southern Fly Guy, and AR. And Craigerroll's out. You only get one a month, so there's really AR, Southern, and Master of Battle. So it's really a... oh, and as well, me. I forgot. Sevens is taking my marble. I forgot. Just from the hilarious comment. I incur the special marble rule for sevens. Ready to get pegged. This is why the second race is always the most dangerous, because I pick random. So it could be a very high mortality rate. All right. I based the real big one off Gunners. Yeah. It looks like it. Not the peg. These are static pegs. These are like what reminds me of like the boards like you could play at friendlies where you move the pegs around or something. It was like golf or something. I don't know. For any friendlies, East Coasters. But this is just like a marble drop. The dangerous ones are the ones that move. All right. Well, we don't have many marbles. I'm going to leave it another second or two here. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. And if you haven't, this goes for anyone, of course, on Discord. I'm sure a lot of the folks on Discord you know, but if anyone is new here, you could type !Discord, join our Discord, share any flies, any fishing stuff. If you have any questions about fly fishing or fly tying, either I or a lot of the great members of the community have a ton of knowledge. They can help you out. And the same goes for the people on YouTube. In the description above, there should be a link you can join. I know every once in a while we get a random person probably from YouTube that watches a stream or a VOD or one of the fly tying tutorials and joins. So glad to see, you know, getting some new members in the Discord, because I love seeing what you folks tie and share and stuff. It's on this time, 2 for 2 getting killed. Very might well happen. All right, let's get some marble music, Jerry. Let's start it up, shall we? Good luck, everybody. First sub in the pit's going to win some flies for November. We already had Cragger roll. All right. And they're off. AR with a fancy marble skin. This is somebody you got to watch out for, all right? High hour marble racer. Takes a lot of skill. He's not tired from the first race as well. Off to a good start, AR. Seven's close behind with Master of Battle, Southern Fly Guy, and of course Craggerall is just here cruising. Who's Jerry? Jerry's the bartender. I had to let him go, but once the income starts coming in a little bit more, I'll rehire him. But he makes empanadas and margaritas. All right, AR looking good, navigating the center area with Southern Fly Guy, Sevens, and Master. Craggerall as well showing off, putting AR a little pressure on him, just for fun, showing off a little bit, huh? Approaching the death paddle section, Craggerall is using it to his advantage. Oh, here's the real test. You want to talk about getting pegged? Woo! Okay, he's safe. Oh, but AR unfortunately got hung up. Southern Fly Guy gets pegged. Our first mortality here. Let's see if Sevens can make it through the peg zone. And he's good. He's looking good. Master of Battle as well. Did he jinx himself? Holy cow. It looked like he was going to get launched a couple of times, but he's good. AR Fly Fisher. Meanwhile, Sevens couldn't make the jump. It's all down to this. It's a 1v1, folks. AR, Master of Battle, neck and neck. All they got to do. Master just needs to carry enough momentum to make the jump. AR as well. Master makes it. AR, he overshoots it. And just like that, AR, all he needs to do, Master of Battle, all he needs to do is make it through the gone section and not get pegged. Otherwise, we need to do the race all over again. For the love of God, Master of Battle, don't get pegged. Please. Oh my God. Please, I don't want to have to do the race again. For the love of God, do not get pegged. Extreme pegging. The anticipation's killing me. No! You motherfucker! You son of a bitch! Wrong sound. Boo! Now we gotta do it all over again. God damn it. You're lucky. You're lucky. Alright. There's Sevens. Southern Fly Guy, AR, Master of Battle, hop on in there, whoever else, Craggerall. You son of a... I knew it was gonna happen. That's a hat trick, sure, yeah. And if you're not a sub, you can feel free to join on Twitch. You won't be eligible to win. You got to tune in for the follower one previously, but you can still get in there, maybe knock someone's marble off the track. It's up to you, so I'll leave it open for a sec. I think we got everybody, though, right? AR, Craggerall, Master of Battle, and then Sevens for me. We're missing Southern Fly Guy, which hopefully Southern Fly Guy, hopefully you're still here. We'll give it a sec. Southern Fly Guy! Get on in here. It happens. It's a complication, but we learn to adapt and we move past it. You know what I mean? Alright, Southern Fly Guy. Calling Southern Fly Guy. Type exclamation mark play. Another 1v1? No, because Sevens. Sevens is taking my marble because he made a pegged comment. Hey, Southern Fly Guy. There we go. Round of applause, everybody. Start it up. Don't get pegged. I did it. I waited. I knew you were there. All right, and they're off. You can tell AR, I mean, look, Master Battle, you can tell they got a lot of energy in them. Sevens, they're off to the races. They're off to the marble races. Battle Royale style, yep. There is no rules. I want to see elbows. I want to see knees getting shins getting shattered. There's lead pipes on the map. A couple of AKMs. Frying pans. Luckily, whoever made this map is smart enough to put domes on the top so you guys don't go flying off. Again, hitting the speed boosters here. I like it. Everybody's catching momentum. We're kind of going into a groove here. AR, though, getting hung up, hitting a peg, slowing them down. Master of Battle. Southern Fly Guy as well. You're going to have to catch up here. Those pegs are slowing you down right here. At least they're not launching you off the map. No, Southern Fly Guy, get through the pegs. He keeps hitting the pegs. Oh no, the travesty. All the pegs, man. Master of Battle's made it far, but these pegs are screwing you guys over. Alright, Master Battle makes it through, is approaching the snowflake section. The fabled snowflake section. What's going on over here? We got Tic Tacs or something? Alright, Master Battle in the lead so far. Getting hung up. Craggerroll's just showing off at this point. What is going on over here? I think there's a fist fight between Sevens and AR. Sevens in the lead. I'm assuming he kicked him in the shins. Yeah, what's happening is there's these pegs and you guys are flying backwards every time you hit them. I don't know. You guys can't make it past. Alright, Sevens, AR in the lead. This could be it. If Sevens can speed up, but AR... What? You guys missed! You missed! It's all down to Master of Battle and Southern Fly Guy. You overshot it. Craggerroll landed. Southern Fly Guy, please. Southern Fly Guy, you just need to land in the pit. Don't bounce out of the pit. Please. This is the biggest exclamation mark rigged map. Whoever designed this map, they didn't think it through. Southern Fly Guy, will he land? No! Oh! He bounces. Does that count? Is it green? He fucking off the backboard. Off the backboard. Congratulations. Southern Fly Guy. It counts. It counts, folks. Everyone else, yeah, like you thought you were going to get it. You bounced out and died. That's just the way of the marble race. The bank is open. I gotta admit, that was pretty fucked, though. That was pretty... That deserves a exclamation mark rigged, I think, for sure. Whoever designed this map, it's terrible, dude. It is terrible. All right. Congratulations, Southern Fly Guy. That means you're getting 2 of them because you won last month, so... But hey, that's the way of the marble race. You know how it goes. We pick random around here. Sometimes they're fair, sometimes they're dog shit. That was a dog shit one. But congratulations, Southern Fly Guy. Of course, Craggerroll won earlier, so he was just in there for fun. Sevens, AR, Master Battle, valiant effort. Round of applause for them as well. The turtle sometimes wins. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the phrase. That's it. It's just really like the hair, the turtle is something, I don't know, I forgot the exact, like, you know, fairy book phrase, but exactly. I like yours. The turtle's sometimes faster than, or sometimes wins. Oh, that's a good. All right. Well, congratulations, Southern Fly Guy. Congratulations, Craggerroll. Again, round of applause. Also, round of applause for you folks for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. I hope you folks had an awesome Thanksgiving. Everybody on YouTube, everybody here on Twitch, I appreciate you spending some time with us. I know the folks on YouTube are just chilling and stuff. Shout out to Alfred. I missed your comment earlier, but great tie. Thank you, Master of Battle. Thank you, AR. You have an awesome night. Like I said, we have another week or two of bunker fishing, possibly, and then we're pretty much done from there. So I'm going to try and get back on the content grind during the off season. I think I might be doing some oyster fishing with AC fishing, but I think it'll be like pretty simple. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hoping after the bunker season's done, we can get back to making some YouTube videos and also streaming a little bit more regularly. So, but we'll see. I'll try and, depending on what happens this week, I'll try and stream again. So I apologize. We slowed down there for a bit because we were working, but it's only a short time every year bunker fishing, so I got to take advantage of it. But thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Again, Craggerroll, Southern Fly Guy, AR, Sevens, appreciate it. Yeah, some of my videos are doing good. They're just kind of chilling. People are watching them, getting a good amount of views and stuff. But I got to make some. I got some sand deal videos I plan and stuff like that. So, but anyways, thank you again, everybody. I hope you folks have an awesome night. You take it easy, and we'll see you again here soon for some more fly tying. All right. So shout out again, everybody on Twitch and YouTube. You guys have an awesome night, and have an awesome week or weekend. I'm sorry, because it's the weekend coming up. So enjoy it. All right. So stay safe, and we'll see you. All right. Later, chat.